You all welcome to another video of Merchant of Venice. Today we are going to start with Act 3, Scene 3. We have already learned in the previous scenes that Antonio has signed a bond with Shylock, and that bond has got expired. So now Antonio is in prison and the bond is in favor of Shylock. So this scene is taking place after that. That means Antonio is in jail and the bond is in favor of Shylock there. So Antonio is in jail. So he has been arrested as per the rule of Venice, and Shylock is in demand of a pound of flesh from Antonio. So illegally he wants it. So this scene is taking place in the street of Venice, where we can find certain characters like Shylock, Salarino, Antonio, and jailer. So here a conversation begins with Shylock here. So Shylock is speaking with the jailer there. Shylock speaks, "Jailer, look to him, tell not me of mercy. This is the fool that lent out money. Greatest jailer, look to him." So here the Shylock is saying to the jailer, and he says that look to him. The word him refers to Antonio. Look at Antonio, jailer. This is the man in Venice who used to lend money to people without gratis. Gratis means interest. So here Shylock wants to mean and say this is a foolish man, this is the foolish merchant of Venice. What he used to do, he used to lend money to people without interest. As does not take interest from the people, see this is what his condition is. That means he is not able to pay money of how much? 3,000 ducats to Shylock. That is why now he is suffering there. So indirectly you want to mean that if Antonio would have taken interest from people for the loan that he is lending to them, now he would have sufficient money to pay the bond. But unfortunately, because of the foolishness of Antonio is suffering there. So he said, and so that's why he is reminding the jailer, "Jailer, look at him, be careful, take care of him, he should not run away there." Now Antonio, in a very pleasing and a very polite manner, is speaking to Shylock. "Antonio, hear me yet, good Shylock." So he's saying, "Shylock, good Shylock, please hear me something. I have something to speak." But Shylock says, "Shylock, I will have my bond. Speak not against my bond. I have sworn an oath that I will have my bond. You called me a dog. Before you had a cause. But since I am a dog, beware my fangs. The Duke himself, the Duke shall grant me justice. I do wonder, jailer, that you walk the street with bankrupt." Straight with the bankrupts. So he says that now Shylock is saying that to Antonio, if you want to talk about my bond, I warn you, do not speak about my bond. Okay, if you want to speak about the bond, do not speak. Better is not to speak about my bond. Because I have sworn means oath. I have taken a promise. I have sworn and swear. I have swear an oath, promise that I will have my bond. So he has made a promise in the name of God that he will have his bond. So you can please focus on word my bond. So Shylock is repeating these words oftenly. My bond, my bond, my bond. So this indicates that bond is in the favor of Shylock. The bond has expired, now it's in favor of Shylock, and Shylock is very much concerned about taking a pound of flesh from Antonio's body. We wanted to fulfill his bond as soon as possible by any means. And you called me dog. So Shylock is reminding Antonio, you used to call me as what? Dog. In reality, in front of other merchants. At that time, you had a cause. Cause means reason. What was the reason? That Shylock used to lend money with high interest. But now Shylock is saying that, why can you call me dog? You cannot call me dog. Why? Because I lent Antonio, Shylock lent Antonio what? Money. How much? 3,000 ducats he lent, and that is also without interest. So now can you call me as a dog? You don't have a reason there. Okay, that's why he's saying. But no botheration. But you call me as a dog. As you have called me as a dog, beware of my fangs. So he says that I have sharp teeth. Okay, so beware of my teeth, beware of my sharp teeth. With that teeth, what I am going to do? I will bite you. I am going to hurt you there. And the Duke shall. And he says, he moves to the jailer. He says, jailer, the Duke himself, the Duke shall grant me what? Justice. He is going to give me justice. But what a foolish man you are. You are hearing the words, you are hearing the request of whom? The bankrupts. Who is the bankrupt here? Antonio is a bankrupt. You are hearing this bankrupt words, you are listening, and because as he has requested to come out, you have accepted and you have brought him. So what a foolish man you are. Okay, but these all things does not bother us to Antonio. Antonio, I pray thee, Shylock, let me speak a word. So Antonio, very pleasing manner, is speaking to Shylock. Shylock, please listen me. Something I have to speak. Okay, Shylock, I will have my bond. I will not hear thee speak. I will have my bond, and therefore speak no more. I will not be made a soft and dull-eyed fool to shake the head, relent and sigh, and yield to Christian intercessors. Follow not. I will have no speaking. I will have my bond. So Shylock has cut and right. He has said to Antonio that he will not listen the words of Antonio by any means. He said that if you want to speak about my bond, I am not ready to listen it. I will have my bond by any means. If you want to speak, indirectly you want to mean that, if you want to speak anything against my bond or in favor of mine, let us see in the court. In the trial scene we will see there. Okay, I will have my bond, and therefore no more speech about what? The bond. And he says that I will not have a soft and dull-eyed fool. The word soft means soft heart. He says that I will not have a soft heart. Okay, and dull-eyed fool to shake the head, relent and sigh. So he says that what he want to mean that I am not going to be sad, regret, feel sad on helping and you are not able to pay it back there. Like whom? The Christian intercessors. The word intercessors means followers. So as per Shylock, these Christian people in Venice, what they are? They are foolish people. Why he says so that they are foolish people? Because when someone has taken the loan and is not able to repay the loan back, what these people do? They feel sorry for that. They feel sad on their condition, and sometimes they forgive them. So Shylock is indirectly want to mean that I am not a foolish person like these Christian people are of Venice. What they do? They forgive the person if he is not able to pay. But I am Shylock. What I will not do, I will not forgive you. That means don't expect any kind of lenience, soft heart for whom? Antonio. He wants to say, I am going to fulfill my bond by any means, whatever happens. Follow not. So I am going, do not follow me. So by saying this, when Shylock is leaving the place, he does not want to have any further talks with Antonio in concern with the bond there. I will have no speaking, no more further speech. I will have my bond. Don't speak anything about my bond. I am going to have my bond by any means. By this saying this, when Shylock is leaving this place there. So he leaves, exit. So now here only how many people are there? 3 people are there. Jailer, Salarino and Antonio. Jailer is a silent person. He is just simply standing and watching and listening all these things. Salarino. It is the most impenetrable cur that ever kept with men. So Salarino is making an abuse at the back of Shylock. He says that I have never seen an impenetrable means merciless, cur means dog. I have never seen a what? a merciless animal like who? Shylock, who is living among whom? Among human beings. I have never seen such a merciless human being among the human beings. So here, who's the merciless man? Shylock is a merciless man there. But Antonio says, let him alone, let him go. I will follow him no more with bootless pleas. He seeks my life. His reason well I know. I have rescued many debtors from his hands by lending them the price they owe to me, preventing him from their collateral. Therefore, he hates me. So Antonio thinks, what is the reason of Shylock's hatred towards him? They say that, let him go. And I am not going to follow with bootless. Bootless means useless. Please means request. I am not going to have further request against him. Let him go. And I know what he wants. He wants my life. As he wants my life, okay, I know what is the reason for that. I have given what? I have rescued many debtors from the hands of Shylock. As he has saved many people's life from the hands of Shylock who are not able to pay their debts to Shylock. How Antonio has deliberately, voluntarily, he has helped those debtors by paying them money, and what they have done, they have cleared their dues with Shylock. So in this manner, what happened? Many debtors got saved, and they did not require to pay more interest to Shylock. So because of this, Shylock had a great loss. It's not one person, two person, many people have been saved from Antonio, by Antonio. From whose hand? Shylock's hand. So he says that Antonio thinks that because of this, Shylock had a great loss in his money lending business. Because of that, Shylock had a great loss. So Antonio thinks that because of that reason only, he wants to take revenge from Antonio. That means Antonio is thinking Shylock is taking revenge from Antonio because of his business reasons. But unfortunately, Shylock does not know the real reason. We all know what is the real reason. Okay, we all know what is the real reason. Okay, that Shylock has already told to us. Okay, that is been explained in the previous scenes. That is Act 3, Scene 1. It has been explained there. Okay, now Salarino says, I am sure the Duke will never grant this forfeiture to hold. So Salarino is in a misunderstanding. He thinks that the Duke, the highest rank man in Venice, the person who has the authority of Venice, he will never give permission to whom? Shylock, to fulfill the bond. That is what the bond demands. What the penalty is? Forfeiture, a pound of flesh. This condition will not be fulfilled by the Duke. Who thinks? Salarino thinks. But Antonio is making him clear that what the Venice law can do there. Antonio, the Duke cannot deny the course of law. For if a stranger noises if a board that Venice favors citizens and thus refuses justice for strangers' bond, it damages the city, for our trade is almost all with strangers. We depend on them to justly deal with us board, and they on us to justly deal at home. Therefore, go and my widowed friend, you see, griefs have so depressed my appetite that I shall hardly have a pound of flesh tomorrow. When he tries to cut it out, well, jailer, on pray God, Bassanio come to see me pay his debt, and then I care not. So here, Antonio explains Salarino what is the rule of Venice, what is the law says in Venice. It says that the Duke cannot deny the law. He will favor the law. And the law demands what? Law favors what? Justice. And it says that the strangers, the word strangers means foreign traders. Shylock is a foreign trader. He is from other country. He is from other religion. So he is a foreign trader. So it says that their manner, the law favors whom? Citizens of Venice. It also favors whom? The strangers. If the law favors only citizens, then the strangers, the foreign traders, they will think that there is inequality in the system of Venice. It favors only the Venetians. So what will happen when it favors only the citizens? When it favors only the citizens or Venetians, what will happen? The strangers, they come to Venice for what? For trade. When they will find there is an inequality, injustice in Venice, they will retrieve it. When they retrieve, there will be no further trade will held anywhere in Venice. So that will lead a financial crisis in Venice. So will the Duke will favor Shylock or will he favor Antonio? Obviously, he will favor Shylock. Because the Duke will not take the responsibility for the financial crisis of entire Venice. Okay, so he may think it's better to punish Antonio, favor Shylock, save Venice. This is what the Duke will think. That is what Antonio is saying, that this is the condition of Venice. So obviously, the Duke is going to favor Shylock only. That is, if it favors Shylock, that is, the bond will be fulfilled. That means what will be given to Shylock? A pound of flesh of Antonio will be given to Shylock. Okay, there is no objection in that one. We depend on them to justly deal with abroad. See that we depend means Venetians, the entire Venetians depends on the foreign traders. Okay, as they on us to justify deal at home there. Okay, so at this moment he says that now he has become weak. Antonio says that he has become physically and mentally he has become. By seeing the griefs means by sad situations, by hearing the sad situations, sad incidents, mentally who has become sick. Antonio has become sick. Losses, there's a word called losses in the textbook. It means, losses means loss in the ships, loss in the ocean. He has lost his Argos, merchant ships, he has lost it. So because of all this, mentally and physically, Antonio has become very lean, he has become weak. So he thinks what he will be doing tomorrow. As he becomes physically weak, also mentally weak, he doesn't have what? Pound of flesh. He doesn't have flesh, sufficient flesh from his chest. So he thinks that if he does not have sufficient flesh on his body, obviously, Shylock, what he will do? He will cut pound of flesh. Now to make the equivalent value of 1 pound of flesh, he will cut wherever the flesh is there from Antonio's body. That means he will make lots of wounds, cuts he will make on the body of Antonio. So this will lead to the death, simultaneously will lead to the death of whom? Antonio. So Antonio is making a confession that tomorrow, that means on the next what? Judgment day, who is going to die? Antonio is going to die. It's a last day for him then. So at this, by hearing this one, Salanio is feeling very sad. He weeps and he is leaving the place. But Antonio has a last hope. He says that, jailer, let us go inside to the jail and let's pray that who should come? My friend Bassanio will come. If he comes, then he pays the debt of friendship. And in his hands, who is willing to die peacefully. Antonio is ready to die peacefully. By saying this one, Antonio is going with the jailer back to the jail there. This is what is happening in where? Act 3, Scene 3 there. So we have a next video also, that is about Act 3, Scene 4. That will be shown. I will be explaining it. So keep in watching and watch the next video also there. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.